a bit of Ags in the background. Ags Connolly is our guest today. Just turn Ags down. That's from his Sempre album, which we've been playing on the radio show. It was our featured record last Monday. Okay, so this is a test broadcast. We're in the Moose, right outside the Havelock Hotel here in Nairn, which is the venue for this evening's concert with Ags Connolly. I've more news on that. And just let me check that everything's working. So that's what this is. It's just a line check, really, to make sure everything's working. Ags is at the door. Hey, Ags. I think we should do a read session. Yeah. I'm just doing a little test broadcast, so yeah, 5 minutes? 10 minutes, it's up to you. Yeah. Have you got yourself hooked in and all that?
They put me up in the,
all right.
in the flat and everything, so, yeah, all right.
Do it when you want.
Sure, yeah, well, I mean, I'm ready, but if you do...
Grab your guitar. Right. I'm actually on air just now, I'm just trying it out. So that is Ags, he's here. He's coming up, and we are going to go live across the channels when Ags gets here. Seems to be working. Okay, so I'm going to go offline. I don't know. Ags, we've got an audience, so you might as well just come in and talk to them. Why not? Watch out for that exhaust. I know that's probably fitted in the wrong place there.
Possibly, yeah. It could be.
Lucky exhaust
Oh, man.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Right, yeah, thank you, yeah. Where do you want me to put myself?
Well, if you sit in that corner there,
This corner,
on
yeah.
your left there.
Yeah.
Camera's here.
Okay, yeah.
The audience are with us, bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Just make yourself comfortable.
Yeah,
Do
sure, yeah.
you want a beer or something?
Oh, I'm all right. No.
You're all right for the moment.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, yeah.
How was your journey?
That was all right, yeah.
A bit blustery over the top there, I would have thought.
Yeah, the rain was pretty heavy coming up towards Aviemore, but it was all right after that, really. Yeah. A little spot, here and there, but no, it was fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it might be.
Yeah, I had snow when I came over there a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, we're not talking about that.
No, okay.
It's springtime in the night.
Yeah, right.
In between the rain.
Yeah.
That is. How's Newcastle? Must have been fun.
Yeah, it's all right. It's always good. I love Newcastle. And it's a little venue there, Prohibition Bar, which is great little stop. You know, I always try and do Newcastle when I'm coming up here, just because it makes sense to stop somewhere. You know, nice little crowd and just an informal little thing. Yeah, it was cool. And
my no, what have I done with it? Oh yeah, sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna. We'll bring the incidental music down. I suppose the interview started. Folks, thanks for joining us here with me, and Ags Connolly has just arrived here. We're in Nairn for 2 gigs, only 2 in Scotland this time, eh?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The first of 2 gigs in Scotland this weekend, Ags Connolly in the Havelock in Nairn this very evening. If you're in at all within striking distance, highly recommended you come out to see that. And a bit later on, I'll be talking to Sophie Bonadera as well. She's going to come into the Moose and do some tunes for us as well. But I'm taking this opportunity, so stick around. Please do share. And we're going to yoke up Ags and get a couple of songs and catch up with the crack, Ags.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to grab your guitar?
Yeah, sure.
Shall I grab your jacket?
That's a good idea, yeah. I kind of needed it because it started to rain just as I came in here.
Neither of us.
Typical.
Neither of us know really what's going on, but we are here in the Moose.
Absolutely not, no. That's all good then.
Got an early chat with Ags Connolly.
Yeah.
No less. Goodness me.
Get one of my vocal things. Oh. Had a couple to drink in Perth last night.
Oh, were you in Perth? Did
Slowly
you call
but
in to the Thames?
I did, yeah. There was a metal band from Northumbria playing, which was cool. Yeah.
Could be anything in there.
There's always something going on in the Thames.
Yeah. Did you stay over in Perth then?
I did, yeah. It was kind of a last minute decision, and but I like Perth, so it wasn't a hard decision.
So do I. And it's all, that town that's so much about country music.
Yeah.
Has been forever.
That's right. They used to have the record shop.
Gold Rush.
That's
I put it all down to Gold Rush Records.
And they had crikey. There's I know they used to have some great gigs.
Well, he used to take people like Towns and Guy Clark and all that round the Highlands of Scotland. John and Bartley.
That's right.
Back when I started that years and years ago, they were kind of major influences, and it's like, really, these people will come if you get them a gig.
Yeah. That's right. I think
Mickey Newbury.
Yeah,
folks like that.
I think I saw a lineup. It was like a songwriters lineup at the Salutation Hotel poster, and it was Guy Clark, Peter Rowan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It might have been Towns Van Zandt, I think was one of them, and someone else. But it was sort of, at the time, just kind of a load of songwriters from America, but looking back, it was an epic sort of a lineup.
Yeah, when you think of it now, there's movies made of it now.
Yeah, and of course, you had Southern Fried Festival, which was fantastic. I played that 3 times, and it's a real shame that doesn't happen anymore, because it was the best festival of its time.
Well, they kind of opened the doors on it a little bit last year. They did one concert.
That's right. I think it was maybe year before, but yeah.
Maybe the year before. Right?
I think the problem is the funding, and
always
just a real shame, But there are definitely some rabid country music fans. In Perth for sure. Yeah.
Perth is Nashville. Dundee is Memphis.
It's
not close.
It's that kind of distance.
That's a soul town. Average White Band, Danny Wilson, all those guys. All from Dundee, but
Dundee's another
get out
great
into the
town.
Country, and Perth changes it all.
Yeah, it's another great town, Dundee. Very, very interesting town. Yeah.
So you're Oxford.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Oxford doesn't strike me as a big music town.
It is in its own way. I mean, there's a lot of big bands come out of Oxford. Ride, Radiohead, Supergrass.
Radiohead, there's a big band.
But the thing is, it's kind of a smaller scene. To expand out, you really have to start going to London and stuff. But
Bristol would be closer, wouldn't it?
Bristol, easy to get to, maybe. But London's kind of where it's at, And Radiohead, they did play in Oxford a little bit at the start, but they made it pretty quick, so they started going to London. They haven't played in Oxford for about 25 years, Radiohead.
Shame on them.
Yeah, there's nowhere big enough for them to play, to be fair.
That's probably the case. Okay, I was going to tune up. We'll get them to sing us a song. We'll pick up in the conversation.
Sure.
After that, what have you got in mind?
Maybe I should play one of my kind of newer ones for my album that came out last year, CM Play. I still call it a new album because I've got plenty of CDs and vinyl still to shift. So while they're still around, it's still new. But yeah, I think maybe I should play one of those.
Please.
Okay.
I've got one or two to inquire about on the album as well. I've got one or two questions. But Ags Connolly and the Moose, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. I was thinking maybe we should turn the incidental music down.
Well, that's what.
I mean, I can barely hear it, but I don't know how it comes across on the stream.
Okay. You've got a point, actually. Let me just check on all that. Okay, we're with Ags Connolly and the Moose, the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. Just maybe doing a little sound check here. Cool.
Okay. We ready? Should I get rolling?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Tequila ain't so different from vodka or whiskey. Not when you've been drinking all night long. And drinking ain't so much different from running away. So I think you should tell me what's going on. Well, it's not so long ago that all these bars were shut down, and we all were stranded completely. And it's not so long ago that my heart started again. So I think you should tell me what you were gonna tell me. Tell me what you were gonna tell me. We're running out of time. Whether it is good or bad, I won't mind. Not that I don't care, I've just come to recognize the signs. So I think you should tell what you were gonna tell me. Well, I've been trying to do what I need to get done before my whole life has been undone. And I've been hoping that you would be someone to lean on. But I'm not afraid anymore of being wrong. Tell me what you were gonna tell me. We're getting left behind. Whether it is good or bad, I won't mind. It's not that I don't care, I just feel the sinking sands of time. So I think you should tell what you were gonna tell. I think you should tell me what you were gonna tell me.
Absolutely wonderful. Ags Connolly in the Moose. Always a red letter day. We were trying to trace it back, and it has been Ags Connolly week all week in IMTV. And we've had one or two encounters along the way, which have transpired into video and interviews and things. And the last one, and it was a Moose session, we were in
it was High Wycombe,
where they made the mosquitoes.
And I worked that out because I played that again last week. I played at that festival.
How was it last week?
It was great. Yeah, it was great. Loads of people. I was really pleasantly surprised, actually. But I realised that time I did it before was 2018. That was longer ago than you think.
Yeah, that was what was, because it's a couple of years before that since you were last in Nairn.
Yeah.
As well. So at that time, you had released the Western album.
Oh,
and we talked about that.
Like Cowboy.
Yeah, the Cowboy album.
Yeah, it was kind of a limited release. That. Yeah.
So that puts the time in it as well. Yeah. So you've had two albums since then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't consider that a proper release. It was like a special little sell at gigs thing. But I've since then, I've had two proper albums since then. Yeah. Wrong Again and Siempre.
Yeah. So, and both of them doing very well for you. Siempre, as the name would indicate, always in Spanish. It's very Tex-Mex.
Yeah. I wanted to sort of. I've been sort of dabbled with kind of border rhythms and stuff before, and I wanted to go deeper into that. And I did some. There are a couple of actual Tex-Mex songs on it. I learned to play
American border rhythms. So.
Yeah. Sorry, Texas-Mexico border is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There's a fair bit of Louisiana in there as well.
Yeah, a little bit of Cajun stuff, I guess. I mean, the like I say, there are some specific Tex-Mex songs. I learned to play the Bajo Quinto, which is the Tex-Mex guitar for those songs.
Is that the one made out of an armadillo?
I don't think it is. No,
they do play something that I've forgotten what that's called.
I'm not aware of that, but it's kind of like a normal guitar. It's just got it's tuned differently, and it's got 10 strings. And it was so I wanted to do something at least try to be authentic with that. And I just kind of I think some people were maybe a bit disappointed it wasn't as honky tonk as my previous albums, but I'm not leaving honky tonk behind.
I can't imagine that.
I just felt like I needed to kind of go off down this other path for a while.
Yeah. Well, and all the it's country music brings in all the elements anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you're, I mean, you have been kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have been Texas orientated anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's my favorite country music is the Texas.
Yeah. And you can't go to Texas without listening to Tex-Mex music.
No,
either.
exactly.
It's like you can't go there without eating Mexican food.
Exactly. And there's so many different influences in Texas. Texas honky tonk is fantastic, and that's what I love previously, but I tried to bring a lot of the other elements like the Texas singer-songwriters and like the more kind of border type rhythms of like, I don't know, Doug Sam or Robert Earl Keen or someone, and just try and expand my kind of universe that way. But like I say, honky tonk is not something I'm leaving behind. No,
I'm glad. Well, we're glad to hear that. We are in the mood with Ags Connolly. We've got another song as well.
Okay. Ags, Well, speaking of, I should do a honky tonk one really soon as I've just been talking about it.
We just did,
yeah. Why not? Okay.
Just before you do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right,
this evening, playing in the Havelock Hotel. We are in Nairn, sunny Nairn.
Yeah,
between the showers, there we go.
Okay.
That came in with Ags. You brought that.
That's it.
Texas sun in with you. And Sophie Bonadera is opening up at I think 9 o'clock.
Yeah. It's a late one, yeah.
It's kind of late-ish,
yeah. That's how they do it in Nairn.
We're here in Nairn. We're on Music Row, which I've just decided to call it that because the Bandstand bar is right along the road there as well, and our good friend Ebo and his new band are playing along there. So personally, I'll be dipping in and out of both gigs tonight.
I see. It's like that, is it, Rob? Okay, yeah.
I'll wait for the breaks.
Okay, I get it.
I won't be walking out in the middle of a song. That I hate.
Yeah.
That is my pet hate. If you're in a pub gig, there's usually people that are really interested in what's going on, and if you're not, just wait until the end of the song before you go out.
But don't speak too soon. You might get really annoyed and just storm out.
No, I've been looking forward to this for ages. So delighted to be. It's my hometown. So delighted to be home for this an extraordinary evening. I'll be here for a couple of days as well because there's an open mic along there. Which is extraordinary on every Sunday. So we'll be that's just me giving a little plug for what the Moose is doing this weekend.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Ags.
right.
Thanks for doing this.
That's all right. Let's do a honky tonk song. Why
yes.
not? Okay. You told me you'd find someone to belong to, but you're fooling around with someone else. Maybe you think you found that love comes easy, but I don't think you know the meaning of the word. When I was young, I was blue and foolish, and I said things that were crazy and absurd. When I talked about love, I know I meant it, but I didn't know the meaning of the word. The meaning of the word, not as simple as I heard. I glimpsed it once just for the shortest time, but it vanished vanished overnight, and it paralyzed my life. And that's how I know the meaning of the word.
Do that again.
Let's go with it again.
It's coming back.
The meaning of the word, not as simple as I heard. I glimpsed it once just for the shortest time, but it vanished overnight, and it paralyzed my life. And that's how I know the meaning of the word. Yes, that's how I know the meaning of the word.
That is fabulous. That's just about what you're going to get later on tonight.
That's
if you're
right.
in the area.
Yeah.
Please do come down for the Havelock this evening. Aberdeen tomorrow at
right.
Almost Blue, which is one of the best clubs in
absolutely.
Britain, the world, Scotland definitely,
Yes.
Aberdeen particularly, and that is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, the Blue Lamp, that's it,
Excellent. And do you know, is there anybody else on the Blue Lamp?
No, I think it's just me. Yeah.
Whole night of it.
There we go, yeah.
Excellent. So we're in for that as well tonight. It's not, I mean, let's talk a little bit, and then I'm going to ask a favour of you.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit just about the form of the music. There's a simplicity that's hard to get at.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what brought me to country music to begin with, was the simplicity. And like I say, it's simplicity is, makes it sound like it's easy. It's not. It's like the sort of cultivated, no, that's the word, cultured simplicity, I guess. It's like it's very hard to do, and so I wanted to kind of study that and learn how to do it. So it was it's very important to me that, and I started off as just a fan of singer-songwriters and songwriting. Yeah. And I found I loved that simple stuff, and I realized country music was where it came from. And
why did it come that way, do you think? Have you got any thoughts on that?
Did it come that way to me? You mean?
No, originally to people like all the Hanks and
I guess because they only knew the simple, the basic chords, and simplicity was what worked for them, I guess. And you're speaking to very kind of working class people who are not going to sit there and decipher a symphony, but they'll if you tell it to them straight in a few words, and a few chords, then they're much more likely to listen, I guess.
And it's honky tonk music here. You got to get up above the hubbub.
And the honky tonks. I just finished reading the Johnny Bush's autobiography, and he's one of the big Texas honky tonkers, and he said, the honky tonks were really not nice places. They were quite nasty places, and you had to, I guess you had to hold people's attention to distract them from the fights and stuff. Really, that was the thing.
So it's pretty much like the Blues Brothers. But
a little bit,
Blues Brothers. So excellent. Well, the honky tonk in question tonight is the Havelock Hotel here in thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thanks for all the likes and shares. If you enjoyed this, please do share. Thanks for any comments as well. There is let's see if anybody has asked any questions. No, but it's on your page. If there's a comment on your page, not everyone gets through to the studio, but we will do our best to answer any questions you might have and catch up with that a bit later on. We're scheduled for 7 o'clock broadcast as well. I think I'll probably do that. We'll just maybe catch a couple of songs from the sound check if Ags is happy with that. And we're here for the weekend, guys. So come join us in Nairn if you're Why not? Bring your swimming costume. It's boiling out there now. Never rains in Nairn. It's odd. Odd how it did today. Please do. Anyway, join us. We are Stravaiging in my hometown of Nairn this weekend. Thanks again, Ags. Listen, particular thanks to our Patreon channel and our Patreon members, because particularly this week, it's going to get the exhaust refitted this week, this month, I think. So you actually do help keep the Medicine Show on the road with your donations and the folks at Patreon. And there is exclusive content up there. I haven't asked Axe yet. I'm assuming maybe too much, but I would imagine there might be an exclusive song coming up.
Okay.
Ags Connolly. Seeing that you're here, Ags, don't put the guitar away.
Okay.
So, catch that in the next few days as well. Thanks again, guys. We are in Highlands of Scotland, at least for now. That's us. Cheerio for now.